Hello, welcome ladies and gentlemen to Elden Ring, and well, to be honest with you, I don't usually do Souls games on this channel. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever done any videos of one, and one of the reasons is I'm terrible at them, and the other reason is I haven't really played all that many of them all that much. I've played Dark Souls the original, I've played Dark Souls the remastered, and I've nearly finished it. Quite proud of myself on that one, and I've played Dark Souls 2 a little bit, and well, it was alright. I much prefer Dark Souls, the remastered. Anywho, I'm by no means the leading authority or the expert on these games, and I know they have a very, I'm gonna say fanatic, but I mean that in the best of ways, core following. By that I mean they have a very loyal fan base, and, you know, people that really know what they want about these games, know what they should be like, know the ins and outs of all the little mechanics, and, they've simply played those games a ton and they know what they're talking about, and thus me doing videos on games like this doesn't really, well, doesn't really contribute to anything, right? I'm not going to tell you something that you're never going to learn outside of this channel, right? No. However, given the immense, you know, cosmic almost popularity of this game, because it really does feel like every single person on planet Earth has at least heard of Elden Ring at this point, yes, but just basically given the ginormous popularity of the game, I thought it would be a semi-entertaining video to show you what I think about the game in the intro, completely blind. That's it, I've never been to this area, that's why I'm exploring, and that's generally how I like to play these games, is I like to explore every little nook and cranny. But yeah, so this is completely blind. I have not played this game ever. I have no idea what to expect. I know it is a Souls game. Just how much of a Souls game? Well, based on the movement, I can say very much a Souls game, but I didn't know that until I installed it. I decided to keep myself completely, you know... Oh, we're starting with the... We're starting with a boss fight already, and I'm sorry to say, but I don't know how to switch weapons. And going into systems now is not going to pause the game, is it? Okay, key bindings. Switch item, the down arrow. Which brings me to pretty much the first... Oh no, it's the left arrow. Oh, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Ah, right, so like this. Good. Okay, can I heal? No, because I don't have any healing items. Can I lock onto the enemy with Q? Yes, I can. I remember that button. Okay, could you please stop attacking? So I can... I don't know. Greedy? Greedy but alive. Greedy but alive. Yeah, I'm not gonna win this boss fight without healing, I'm sorry. So you decide to... Oh, that's funny. It felt like I died and then rolled. That was... Huh. I guess oddly realistic in some way, right? Death wouldn't stop the momentum already given to a corpse, I suppose, at that point. So here's the thing. That was enlightening and fascinating. Was I meant to die there? Given the fact that this is a lengthy loading screen, I would say so. Though I could probably defeat the bloody thing, because it didn't really have that much health. But at the same time, I couldn't heal. I feel like this is one of those tutorial things where the game kills you at the start and tells you to go fuck yourself. Oops. We're very early on in the video. I probably shouldn't have said that. Anywho, yeah, I guess I was supposed to die. This has got to be one of the worst ports I have played this year, though, and I'm sorry to say it, from a control perspective. From a performance perspective, the gameplay's fine. I'm getting what feels like around 60 FPS. I don't know, because none of my recording software will pick up the window properly, which is ridiculous. I have to record the entire monitor, and it doesn't make it doesn't make much difference for you, the viewing audience, but for me it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Fortune is on his side.
Oh, is it? It certainly doesn't feel like that up until now.
Him here, after all.
I guess fair enough.
One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
Well, one of my kind, yes, but it's probably not going to be me. Probably going to be one of the other several million players that have installed this game. Yeah, anyways, that's not even the beginning of the issues, that's like the smallest problem. The way you interact in the menus is horrific. The game doesn't auto-detect what controller you're playing with, so is it a PS1 or an Xbox One or a keyboard and mouse? It just assumes you have an Xbox 360 controller, or an Xbox One controller, whatever. The button prompts are the same, right? So you have to manually switch the button prompts, which is at least, at least you can do that, thankfully. But then you get to actually controlling the character and moving around in the menus. And let me explain to you how you do that. So, you click escape to go into here. Let's go into system, okay? You move between these two with Z and X. You can't change that, which isn't great. But then, let's change something over here, right? Okay, let's go down with S. No, we can't do that. Okay, and then if we move our mouse, it will just snap to some random things. Alright, never mind, that's not so bad. Let's go to advanced settings. Okay, left mouse button or E works. How do you think we can reduce this from maximum to minimum? With A and D? No, with the arrows. You have to use the arrow keys for this. How do we go back? And this is my favorite bit. How do we go back? We go back with Q. To be fair, it says so right there, but can we go back with escape? No, escape just shuts down the whole menu. The button prompts and the button controls look like they've been made by someone who has never touched a keyboard in their life. And then, I think this is my favorite part of the game. You just ask me to enable the HUD with E. Guess what button I read the messages with? Guess what button I talk to? And guess what button I loop with? Yeah. Not ideal. Not ideal. But if you have an Xbox controller, this will be a lot more intuitive. This will be a lot more simple. This will work a lot better. What about DualSense, a PS5 controller? Yeah, I couldn't get the game to work with mine. I used DS for Windows, and I still couldn't get it to work, because the camera goes all bonkers when I do it. So I'm forced to play this with mouse and keyboard. Now, it's probably my own fault for buying a DualSense controller and not forking over some extra dough and buying an Xbox One with, well, it's not even extra. Well, for the functionalities that I want, it would have been a bit extra, because I would have had to buy an expensive Xbox One. But never mind that. Probably my own fault for having a DualSense controller on the PC, but, yeah. It will work better if you buy the game through Steam, and you use the DualSense controller through Steam. Then it works properly. Except it didn't for me. Initially, I had to restart everything, and then it worked fine. So, yeah. The point is, it's finicky. I'm assuming this is our bonfire, colloquially known as a Bonnie. Yes? Alright. Tell you what, though. The game... Stone Sword Key. I don't have one, I don't think. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Tell you what, though. Let's not focus on the negatives, because those things are a little bit sort of off the side. Use Tarnish to summon a gold... To write a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer will begin once you have been summoned by a player from another world. Interesting. So does that mean that cooperative multiplayer is a little bit more viable than in... Well, I say a little bit more viable. Is viable, period, unlike most of the previous Souls games. Because in the previous Souls games, you could help people beat bosses, and that's sort of considered cooperative, but beyond that, you don't really play together, per se. Which is kind of amusing, or rather the fact that now you do, or now, at least it looks like now you can, is kind of amusing. Either way, I'm gonna finish my sentence, I swear to God. Let's not focus on the negatives and the UI and stuff, because it's really minor. It's, you know, I hate to admit it, but it's not that important. It's a lot more important how the game feels and how the game plays like, and so far, it feels exactly like Dark Souls Remastered, and that is extremely high praise. Yeah, I've been a little bit negative at the start because, you know, bad PC ports piss me off, but first of all, the game looks pretty bloody gorgeous. Performance is well and truly fine, and it controls phenomenally. It's very responsive. There's none of that sluggishness that you have in Dark Souls 2. It feels like a proper Souls game. And what's most important is that once you get to the actual combat, hiya, the game's a lot better. And it makes a lot more sense. Q to lock on, WAS and D, thank God, not the arrow keys, right? Wouldn't put it past them. To move around, left, right, click, just like it pretty much mimics Souls games controls. Outside of the menus. I really like it. I really, really do. The one thing I'm not a huge fan of is the way that you can flick between characters when you lock onto them with your mouse. Wish there was an option to do that via a button, like maybe click tab. I think that'd be grand. And not have to do it by flicking the mouse around. Feels a little bit counterintuitive, but it can feel natural to some, but it doesn't feel particularly great to me. That doesn't look like a very friendly character, so let's avoid the giant knight in golden armor with an axe that looks like it'll just squish me in one hit, and try and find greener pastures. Look, I speak Souls games language, right? See a giant golden knight riding around. Chances are, he's not your friend. He's not trying to be your friend. This reminds me a lot of an MMO. Like, these winged things is something you would find in an MMO game. You get the quest to collect 10 of their, I don't know, tails or something. I get the feeling I might be sounding a little bit critical of the game with these things. I'm not. It looks genuinely great. And it looks fun. Like I said, it's bloody gorgeous, look at it. Like I said previously, though, this is just my blind first impressions. I do not dare make a video telling you what the game is like, or something along those lines. Here we go. Equip a bow to fire arrows, yada yada yada. Okay. Do you want me to do it now, or, Oh. Okay, Performance is stuttering now in aim mode for some reason. Oh wow, that is pretty bad. The tree sentinel. Are you now? Okay, how do I heal? R key, okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, there goes all my healing. I can't sprint. At least I don't see a way I can sprint. Wow. And I couldn't switch to my other weapon because it didn't let me. Yeah, the controls are going to be a bit of a problem. they're really going to be a bit of a problem. Okay, upon die, yeah, I know how Souls games work. So, let me get this straight, like, if I aim down this thing to shoot, oh, the bow's a two-handed weapon, and then I have to do this. Okay, part of that is my fault, not gonna lie, part of that is my fault, most of that is my fault, but at the same time, you know, feels like could have maybe been introduced to the mechanic a little bit more gradually, or at least with a button prompt. At least I think there wasn't a button prompt, because I thought I would have seen it if there was one. Maybe I just missed it. Let's not think about that too much. Lost Grace covered. That's another Bonnie. The map. Okay, let's open up the map. G. Okay, one more thing. If I have to nitpick a little bit, if it gives you a tutorial prompt, you can't actually press the button to open it up. Like if it says press G to open the map, you need to close the tutorial and then open up G, or open up the map with G, which you know. And then, oh, for crying out loud. First of all, when I move the mouse, I can see my actual Windows cursor when I do this, which is terrible. Can you see that? You probably should be able to see that because I'm recording the entire screen. Second of all, at least, thank fuck, I can move around with W, A, S, and D. Place a marker, fine. But then right-click to get all of the options from here. I mean, what? Okay, and then Q to go back. Sites of Grace. Okay, that's like a... Alright, I like that. And then you toggle the lists with C and V. Why would you toggle them with C and V? You let me move around with... Oh, of course, when you click that button, you go all the way back. You need to go back with Q, not escape. You let me move around with A, S, and W. If I'm in, for example, here, why can't I go with A, S, like W and S? To go from the first steps to the Stranded Graveyard. I have to use C and V. And V is for down, C is for up. Couldn't it have been like, I don't know, V and F, and then F is up, V is down? Seems a little bit more sensible to me. Z and X for left and right is alright, I suppose. Oh, for crying out loud.
Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring?
Oh, yes.
No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
Right. Okay. So I will die in obscurity. So far, shockingly accurate. It really does seem like I will just die in obscurity and, you know, never reach any meaningful progression in this game, because I suck, but, you know. Suppose we shall see. Now, what is this? Summoning pools. In each area, you may find effigies of martyrs. These effigies are summoning pools. Find it easy to summon other players at these locations, as co-op and hostile summoning signs created with small effigies gather at summoning pools. Small effigy. So I can summon people to help me. I'll be brutally honest with you, it's a little bit beneath me to summon people to help me already beat the first boss. That's... And I had to tell you, that's a little bit much. Was hoping that I could at least make it, you know, a couple of minutes into the game before screaming help. But clearly not. Alright. Maybe not pick a fight with the giant horseman from the start of the game, you know, maybe... Maybe kill birds. Who knows? Maybe that is the way forward. Gather herbs, kill birds, and then maybe 15 hours from now I'll gain the strength to kill the Golden Knight. I am joking, of course. Credit where credit is due, you jump on space. Now, Juggernaut, if you're complaining so much about, well, you dodge on space, you actually jump on F. But that's you're supposed. I'm good with that because of the previous Souls games. But Juggernaut, if you're complaining so much about the controls, why not just change them? You can't. I can rebind some of them, right? I can rebind some of them, switch items and stuff like that. But like I said, this isn't the problem. This, and you can't even close this without going back. Yeah, that's the problem. See, the controls when fighting aren't the problem. The controls in the menus are the problem, and you can't rebind those. That's the key issue here. So let's pick a fight with these things. See if I can't. What, did I get it? Woo! Okay. Oh, crying out loud. Okay, the hitboxes are very generous, though. Gotta admit. The hitboxes are very generous. I hit that guy without actually really making contact with the sword. Okay. Okay, happy about that. Vanquish enemy groups. Vanquishing an enemy group will replenish your flasks. Oh, the number and type of flasks to be replenished varies depending on an enemy group. You cannot replenish more flasks than your maximum amount allows, obviously, right? Okay, that's an interesting way of doing things. That's a very interesting way of doing things, and I'm not going to say if it's better or worse. I need to play more, I need to ask the expert's opinion on it. I don't want to make any claims. What I will say is, to me, it seems like it allows for some progression to be made. Or rather, allows for some progression to be made. Allows for a better sense of progression, right? Because all of a sudden, killing enemy groups does not seem as needless and as repetitive as it can be sometimes in Soul games, because, you know, they just respawn when you go down to the bonfire, and if they always respawn and you just keep refilling your flasks, then sort of, you know, what's the point, I guess, other than soul farming, but yeah. This way, you know, it seems a little bit more organic. Like, you kill them, you get progression for it. It's neat. Okay, turns out we don't have to fight the giant yellow golden knight on horseback immediately. We can pick a fight with what I'm assuming are his guards. And then, do I kill this? Yeah, I mean, I can, but it's just a sheep. Let's not worry about that right now. What? Why are there random skulls all over the place? Very concerning, honestly. Very, very concerning. Well, concerning or not, I know I'm supposed to get a horse, eventually. I'm not sure how early on I get one. Oh, I like that. The little light flickering seems to indicate that, I think there's a bonfire here? Yeah, correct. So it gives you, like, clues of where the bonfire is, and, like, you know, contextual clues and stuff like that. Very, very cool. You can immediately fast travel without Homeward Bone or, you know, anything along those lines. You can talk to Santa.
You're tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Carly, purveyor of fine goods.
Okay. How do I... Oh, so while I'm talking to you, I can still move in... Lovely. And then I'm assuming I do this with the arrow keys. Okay. Recommendation.
Crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit
Smart.
is a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's see that bundle then. Shop menu, you can spend runes to purchase various items, aka souls, alright. You can also sell items for runes. Okay, good. So, cookbooks, crackpot, crafting kit, 300 runes. Sell item, so all items, then tools, ashes, crafting materials, etc. You can categorize. Let's take a look at the armor. Chainmail, alright. Go back to all items, and arrows and bolts, okay. Again, C and V to scroll, but just use the arrow keys, much easier. And we can switch over here, display mode. No, I prefer this display mode, though, you know, closer look, I suppose. Okay, good. Go back and leave, because we need some more resources to do this. And for that, I'm assuming I need to pick a fight with some more creatures from the surrounding area. You can walk with Alt. I don't think there's a sprint button. Is there a sprint button? Let's check it. Let's just check it out. Crouch, roll, camera, switch weapons, attack. No, don't think there's a sprint button. Movement control with Alt, yeah. That's just slower, so this is the fastest I can go. Yeah, fair enough. I'm wearing a lot of armor. And I am dead, I think. I feel like killing this many pigeons, or I know they're not pigeons, but it's what it feels like, will have some negative impact on me eventually. Guide and gatekeeper for those returning to the roots. Oh, are you gonna guide me to the roots? That's a lame joke, I apologize. I'm speaking fun of myself. Are you gonna guide me to like a hidden treasure or something? That would be interesting. Hopefully you won't guide me to an ambush, where I will lose everything I have. Which admittedly is not a lot, but I prefer to keep it, nonetheless. Okay, let's see. So there's the light in the sky, and it's pointing roughly over yonder. Let's check it out. I can see some sort of creature in the bushes, but... it feels like it was pointing towards this tree over here. Or in between the trees. Maybe I need to activate a few more of the, whatchamacall them? Statues, guardians, whatever, and only then. Only then can I, find out what it's pointing towards, unless it was pointing towards this, in which case found it. Oh. Okay. It's a thing. It's a bonfire. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep calling it bonfire. It's easier than... It's grace. I've found grace. Oh, lovely. Well, it doesn't feel like I found any grace. Hello? Oh, whoops. Have patience till the time comes and the root calls to you. Scared the living bejesus out of me. I think that's bleeding. Scared the living Christ out of me, I'll be completely honest with you. Alright, come on. You're not so tough. Root resin. Root resin. I have about 50 quotes from Dan Giesling. Tumbling around in my head right now. All I will say is we do not use resin over here. Okay, so out of curiosity, right? I seem to suck with the bow, so... Yeah, alright, it's pretty funny. Bow is fun to use, not gonna lie. The bow is fun to use. Oh, for God's sakes, that was stupid. And it seems a heck of a lot more useful and a lot more usable and a lot more intuitive than it did in pretty much any of the other two Elder Scrolls games. Elden Ring, Elder Scrolls, you get the point. Any of the other Dark Souls or Souls-like games that I've played. Okay. Am I missing you somehow? Okay. Come on. Oh, really? But I've killed a group of enemies, haven't I? I mean, those two were a group, or no? Don't... Ah. Well, at least it stops there. Oh, no. Come on. Is there a run button I'm just not aware of? That's... very possible. Indeed, that is very, very possible that there is just a type of flask I'm not aware of. Type of flask? Because I saw two types of flask, sorry. I'm being distracted. Run button that I'm just not aware of. Can I, like, if I double tap Alt, maybe, you know, Control? Oh, I'm fucked. Oh, no, I'm not. It stops here. Okay. Nah, I don't know how to do this. Maybe I'm probably just being stupid, honestly. Maybe I'm too, like, over encumbered by armor and stuff. I need to take it off. Or maybe there's a sprint button I just haven't discovered yet. Completely irrelevant, besides the point, and you know, who cares. This has been Elden Ring. These are my first impressions of it. It's a horrible thing in the menus to control, but the game itself is extraordinarily fun to play. It is a true Souls game. It is a proper, or at least, you know, from my inexperienced and amateurish take, a proper sequel to the older Elder Scrolls games. I'm never gonna let that down, am I? Not the Elder Scrolls games, the older Dark Souls games. I'm sorry, it's because it's Elden Ring, right? It's for some reason I'm mixing it up in my head. Sorry about that. I really, really am. All right, let's wrap this up. I'm gonna go and grab my souls back and probably get out of this place. Maybe, I don't know. I like that, you know, you don't have a particular direction to go. It's not like, you know, you have to go here and have fun, figure it out. No, you're pretty much left on your own, more or less, in terms of exploration. You know, you figure out what's the first boss you want to fight, you figure out where you need to go, explore the world, and find your own objectives and what have you. Alright, it does stutter occasionally, though. I will forgive it, but it does stutter occasionally. Really? Alright, who cares? Come on. Okay, so the question is, can I grab my stuff from here? No. Oh, really? You came down now. Sneaky. Very sneaky. I like it. Alright, let's wrap this up. Like I said, this has been Elden Ring. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching the video. I thought it might be amusing to see me go completely blind into it and just fumble about trying to figure out the controls and everything, because I really don't want to make a more serious video on this game, because I feel like I'm not qualified to, you know, like, I feel like to really give this game a proper review, or even a proper first impressions, you really need a lot of experience in the previous Dark Souls games. I didn't get it wrong this time. And yeah, so this is the best I can do, and this is the best I'm willing to attempt, at least for the main channel. We'll play this game more, definitely, though I do have a lot of stuff that I'm working on currently, so it won't be my main game, but I think, like, every now and again I will jump into it and see what's going on, and, you know, try and not suck as horribly at it, basically. Anywho, my name is Juggernaut. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video, and we'll stay tuned with the rest of the content that I produce on this channel, which is mostly FPS games, RPGs, and strategy games. I don't really play games like this much. Currently, I have a very fun, very exciting Stalker series going on with, you know, the Anomaly Overhaul mod, and then at that time of recording, I will soon start to record Escape from Pripyat 2, which is, you know, an overhaul mod for Anomaly. Very, very much fun. Great fun. Very fun. Very much fun. Yes. Such yes, very fun. And other decade-old memes. Anyways, I invite you to check those out if you're interested. If not, then I will perhaps see you in a different video of some other description. Until then, have fun, take care, and bye-bye.